Keeping my computers clean in a house full of pets means I go through a lot of air duster. And I love air duster, but it bothers me spending money on cans of air that will go in the trash. It's just dystopian. So I started looking into electronic air dusters, something that's rechargeable, reusable, and I found these state-of-the-art, overpriced Apple product type air dusters that I could buy once, recharge, reuse, and stave off the end of the world. So I started looking into these Kica Jetfans, and they've got like this cult following where people are like sexually attracted to them, maybe, and use them for things that you absolutely don't need a fan for, and they're like obsessed with them.
This thing came in the mail a couple days ago, and it is awesome.
But they actually do seem pretty good and pretty cool, but that price tag is not cool. So I found that there's the previous model, the Kica Jetfan KC1, which comes for a much better price. And suddenly I can't help but imagine all the fun that I'm about to have with my new air technology. But I am a human and a human of vice, and that vice is for my money to not leave my side. So I began hunting for bargains. Which brings me to the what is up with these names on Amazon? No, I'm not going with that. The this one. It seems to have some pretty good reviews and a much better price, so I'm gonna go with this as our runner-up. So our two air dusters we're going to be using today are the Kica Jetfan V1 and the Amazon Prodigy. Starting with the Kica Jetfan, it has one button at the bottom that controls its intensity as well as lets you know what the battery level is. So you can change it to 4 different intensities, and down there you could also plug in your USB-C. You got your trigger at the front once it is on, and it's got a nice feel to it. On the other hand, the Amazon air duster has a much less fancy metallic look to it. It's all plastic. It does have variable speeds at the bottom. You twist it to the intensity that you want it to dust, but one thing that's a little bit less convenient about this one is that you do have to hold it with one hand while you're twisting with the other hand, so it doesn't have that same trigger function that you get with the Kica Jet. The front nozzle is detachable, and so without that, this is kind of the overall forward and back look of the Kica Jet. Nice premium look all throughout, even on the inside. They've got like this nice little gold touch going on the inside, but all around it's just got a great feel to it. It feels sturdy. And with that one nozzle placed on top, you have a nice little all-around system for dusting off your utilities. With the Amazon one, you definitely have to do the double-handed for turning on and off, but it is really loud, so I'm super excited to see which one's more powerful out of the two of these. So starting with the Kica Jetfan, we're going to go ahead and we're going to kick it on, and on full speed, our first test is going to be shooting our little bonsai tree on the corner of the desk. Alright, that one did alright. Now let's try our Amazon duster. Full speed. Yeah, so that one just kind of blew that out of the park. So looking at the Amazon duster, this one also does have multiple different heads, which is actually kind of a big deal for a tool like this. You can do the different add-ons depending on what it is that you're trying to dust off. This is like a super wide that also allows you to attach other more like tight nozzles into the front of it, so it's got like a multi-use. You can do like your super duper snout little needle nose for getting into tight crevices, and then whenever you're not using that one, you can also use the brush duster attachment, which I think is a super nice one that's going to come in handy for something exactly like you're seeing right here with the keyboard. You can brush across the things that you're trying to dust off at the same time. That's super handy. And so now that we know that one's got the more useful attachments to it, one's got the more beautiful feel to it, the like added build quality, let's actually put these to the test, and we'll see which one of these is the strongest duster by blowing an object from the same starting point with each of these, starting with the Kica version 1. And so we'll start to wrap this one up shortly. And we'll call it there. Coming out to a total of 76 centimeters. Next up, we've got our loud and proud underdog, the Amazon Original. Taking its mark. Holy cow, that was quick. Okay, I'm gonna change the frame real quick, make sure it doesn't fall out of that. Alright, back in. Will it go off the table? It looks like maybe not, so we'll start to wrap it up here soon. And that gives us a pretty strong distance on the Amazon, coming out to 108 centimeters. And there you have it, folks. Our Amazon Duster blows 108 centimeters for $40, and our Kica Jetfan blows 76 centimeters for $60. A little napkin math turns that to 2.7 centimeters per dollar with the Amazon Duster and 1.3 centimeters per dollar with the Kica Jetfan, bringing this to a more than double price to performance ratio with the Amazon Duster. Our winner, ladies and gentlemen, in my eyes, couldn't be more clear. The Amazon Duster with its attachments and included double power to performance ratio kicks the Kica, blows it out of the water, but the decision really is up to you, which you think really won today.